Welcome back to the channel. Sunday was stage number 5, the final stage of the Tour of Yorkshire. I've just edited the video for that specific part of that race already, and it's already quite long. So this is going to be a standalone video where we look at just that race and the results. Now, a bit of a warning, I missed the very start. I jumped on to the bike with about 3 seconds to go. I didn't have a top on, and I was frantically trying to do it all up as we'd already started the race. So it does miss the first couple of seconds because I didn't think anybody would want to see me trying to fiddle around putting a top on and stuff. But yeah, let's jump into it. Just before we crack on with the race, we have 2 new channel members. Jacko Hugaveen signed up on YouTube. Thank you so much, Jacko. It really does mean a lot. And we also have a new sign up on Buy Me a Coffee, but the name has come through as just someone. So I don't know who has signed up. Maybe you wanted to remain anonymous. If that's the case, thank you so much. If that is an error and you want me to change the thing at the end of the video with your name in it and give you a shout out as well, do get in contact and let me know. But either way, thank you so much to both of you for becoming channel members. It really does mean a lot. And if it's something you're interested in, you can see on the joining on the YouTube, there's a button, one of the sides down there that you can click on just to join the channel. Or the link to Buy Me a Coffee is below, where you can join for a channel membership or just buy me a one-off coffee. But any support is massively and greatly appreciated. Thank you so much. But on with the race.
Right, it's Sunday morning and it is Tour of Yorkshire, final stage. I nearly missed the start. I literally got on with 3 seconds to spare. But my legs feel really tired. I've already done the most kilometres in a week this week that I have so far this year, so feeling it already. This might be a bit more of a poodle round for me. Weirdly, we can see all of the other categories and we all went at the same time. So they've obviously made a change somewhere to the club's function about when races start, but I didn't either spot it or know about it, but whatever. I'm going to probably settle into a very slow pace. I don't think I've got much effort in me today, but let's see how it goes. Come on. Taking 8.5 minutes. I'm just coming over the top of the first hill. Genuinely, this is as hard as my legs will go this morning. This is going to be a poodle round for me. I just don't have it. Legs don't want to go this morning. But the good thing about having all the categories together is that I hopefully should be able to jump forward and see some of the race end. I'm hoping, I have that niggling feeling in the back of my mind that I've done something wrong in the setup. So, because we can't usually see each other. But I guess we'll see at the end. And yeah, but it does mean that I can jump around the different categories. And maybe people can benefit from the draft from others. I don't know whether that's fair or unfair given the last 4 rounds. I don't know. This might create a lot of discussion afterwards, but yeah, I'm just going to poodle around. The head group is already on its way up that horrific climb. So I'll jump ahead in a minute and we can watch the rest of the race rather than me going at an incredibly slow pace. So I've jumped ahead to watch the front of the race. They're already up the top of the final climb of the circuit and they're on the way down to the start line. This is the B's. We've got B Bishop, apologies, FP and P Mac. Got a 23-second lead over N Corbin. The J Bushell 35 seconds back, and Chris Jupp just a few seconds back from there. So I'm gonna hang around with these guys, see how they get on. And actually, at this rate, I reckon they're probably gonna lap me as well. There we go then. Those three coming over the line to complete lap number 1. Let's have a jump back and see who else is where. So N Corman and Jay Bushell. Chris just coming around the corner to complete lap 1. First C-Cat on the road, S Greaves. 36 seconds behind Chris, with a 13-second lead over the nearest C-Cat, who are actually in a group together back here with C Swan, P Zizu, H Sophocleus, C Waring, little group there. J Matulek, a little ahead. And they're coming round as a little group to complete the first lap. And we've got S Pie, 30 seconds behind, with J Robinson another 30 seconds back. G Fat Bike's the first D-Cat on the road. Oh, I've just hit that hill. Oh, I've just hit that. I felt that. JJ, 11 seconds back, coasting down the hill. That's what I like to see. Jay Simpson, C Finlayson, and then a group here of D-Cats just finishing up that little climb there. Jay Lee, D Duncan, and Riddleton. Oh, Hamilton a little further back with G Edmonds, Jay Dreyer just behind, A Hugavine, and DC Marks, and Jay Kerr. Then back to A Pimer. And a little group here, well, quite a big group. D Connaty only 5 seconds behind. M Tansley and A Evans, all on this climb. P Davies with them as well. A Benjafield, and then a bit of a gap back to Seymour, and then Dave and me going up that horrible climb. I'll go all the way around, jump back to the beginning of the race and see how they do. Right, so the front of the race, these three still together. Pezza did put out a slight lead on the downhill after the first climb, but they've come back together again now. Just making their way up the second little incline, whilst I'm still going up the third one. So, genuinely reckon that they were going to overtake me, or lap me here, before I've even done one lap. But it's still sticking together. This could lead to a nice sprint at the end. See who wins it. Wonder if Pezza can get 5 wins out of 5. We shall see. N Corbin, 11 seconds back. Joe Bushell, 39. So, still playful, really. Plenty of time to catch, especially with a couple of hills in there. Be interesting to watch. Just jump back to see some of the rest of the race, but I can see that here we go with the big climb now. FP 6.4 watts, B Bishop, I just saw that over 7 watts per kilogram. Petter just behind on this hill. This could be the bit that makes or breaks the race. Alright, they're just coming over the top of this hill, and B Bishop and FP have got themselves a 11-second gap over Petter. I wonder whether that caught Petter a bit by surprise, because I think FP went for it. B Bishop put some power down to stay with him, and now if they work together, this might mean Petter's 5th win won't be achieved. Well, they got to come down here. They're almost catching us. We're only at the bottom of this hill. And then they've got to go up that little incline and down to the start. Well, Petter's pulled it back to 9 seconds. Could still be close. Alright, they're just about to start the final climb. Petter's pulled this back to a 5-second deficit, 4 seconds now on this last climb. I'm only a few meters up this climb. They'll be lapping me. Petter's putting in nearly 10 watts per kilogram now. Try and make up that difference. Alright, so F just coming over the top of that hill, about to overtake me and Dave. There he goes. He's managed to pull out a 6-second lead, so Petter's caught up, but both PMAC and B Bishop are now 6 and 7 seconds behind at F. All he's got to do, get down this hill, and he takes the win. So Petter's pulled this back to 3 seconds and left B Bishop 5 seconds behind. There goes the 12 watts. FB's going for it, making sure he gets the win. Turning the corner. I think we have a new A-Cat or B-Cat winner for this race. Awesome racing. F across the line first. Petter will be next. B Bishop be about 6 seconds behind, being caught here just over the line, and then it's back to me just pooping over. Next over is going to be N Corbin. So I've still got a lap to go, so we'll watch everyone over the line. There we go then. N Corbin over the line. Next for the V-Cap. Jay Bushell, 22 seconds behind. He'll be next over the line. And I'm just coming round to the bottom to start the climbing again. Oh. Behind John, it's going to be Chris. He's just under a minute back. Enjoying the coast down the last hill. That's Chris over the line. Next up will be S Greaves in the C-Cat. And then C Waring. And then we go back to C Swan, who'll be next over. There we go, C Swan putting in a bit of a sprint at the end there. Next over the line. Next will be H Sophocleus. Putting about a bit of power himself as well, which is nice. There we go, a bit of a sprint at the end, love it. Coming up to the line. And then 10 seconds behind is P Zizou. Will be the next C-Cat to cross The 31-second lead over S-Pi. There we go, over the line. S-Pi just coming around the corner to enjoy that final little descent across the line. There we go. G Fat Bike is the next one up, a little further back this one. Oh, awesome racing, everyone. There we go, G Fat Bike over the line. Next back will be Jay Lee. I think these are the leaders of the DCAT. Putting out 6 watts per kilogram. Sprinting to the line, awesome. That's the next over. Great racing. And then back to Jay Robinson. Oh, and Jay Simpson. Both together here, both CCAT. Are racing for position and points. See how that goes to the wire as they turn around the corner. Jay Simpson putting out a big burst. Will be next over the line then. 8.2 watts per kilogram. Jay Robinson will come in just behind. And then C. Finlayson will be next over with a finish line in sight. Just got to get to the end. And then we've got D. Duncan, 45 seconds back with N. Roddleston. And then back to R. Hamilton. So we'll see Craig across the line and jump back to the others. Where am I? I'm still coming over that first hill. There we go. Craig sprinting over the line. Awesome effort, mate. Next up will be D. Duncan. Going for the sprint. I'm loving these sprints over the line. Awesome job, guys. There's D. Duncan. Back to N. Roddleston. Just behind. Coming over the line. I'm just going over the top of that first climb. Gonna enjoy the coast down in a minute. Oh, there we go. Over the line for N. Roddleston. The next one will be R. Hamilton. Ross coming over the line. Next up, A. Pimer. Oh, I'm getting a bit of a chance to coast down that little hill now, which is quite nice. I'm going to have a few. I can see just behind P. Davies, M. Tansley and Jay Dreyer and A. Hugavine, all within a second or two of each other. There's A. Pimer over the line. Well done. Next, G. Edmonds. Coming over to take the next spot in the DCAT. P. Davies, I can see the sprint starting behind now. P. Davies has gone for it. 10 watts per kilogram. Kenny, let's jump back to M. Tansley, see if he can put up a... He's going for it. Big numbers. I think P. Davies is just about going to hold him off. Still going. Oh, change the camera angle. That was it in that order. Jay Dreyer next over, and then A. Hugavine. And then back to Jay Kerr, who will be the next over the line. And I'm about to start climbing again. Wow, Jay Kerr, just saw that go up to 18 watts per kilogram. Insane. Sprinted to the end, head down. Awesome, awesome effort. Next over, DC Marks. A few seconds back will be the next over the line. Dave's saying he'll still get lots of points for this. He's pretty much stayed with me at the back all the way around. There we go. DC Marks over the line. Next up will be A. Evans. There we go then, A. Evans over the line. Then it will be D. Connerty. Ah, no, I've lost everyone. D. Connerty just coming around that corner. to finish off. Oh yeah, D.5 over the line. I wasn't paying attention then. Sorry, mate. There's me. Oh, still going up a hill. Let's watch Andy over the line. Just got to go around that corner. Andy Benjafield over the line. And then back to Seymour is next. I'm going to jump back to me just so I can see where I'm going. Yeah. Just want to see myself over this hill. Right, I'm just coming down this hill now. I've had a couple of messages since people are finishing. Thank you for the support. To say to push through to the end. Yeah, just doing a casual ride, but thank you so much, everyone. Really appreciate it. And I can see that last, the big climb, then the little climb, and I'm done. I can see Seymour is just heading over the top of that hill now. So let's go and watch him over. That way I don't have to watch myself up for that painful, huge incline. Seymour next over the line. Great effort, dude. There we go. Finished, and then it's just me and Dave left on the course, and I've lost everybody. Where are we? Come on. Oh, I've stopped. Why have I stopped? Did I stop pedalling? Going up. I don't even know what I'm doing. Got just going up this hill. Oh man. At least this is the most painful part done. Once I get over it. But I'm going to get it done, and I'll see you at the end. Right, turning the corner then, just to come round to finally finish in about 1 hour and 13 minutes. Has taught me today that I definitely need a day off the bike. I will not be riding tomorrow. No doubt about it. After I get off, I'll actually have a look at how many kilometres I've done this week, because it's got to be maybe the highest ever in terms of a week. But there we go, over the line. Thanks for the ride, Dave. Let me pause that. We'll catch up with the results afterwards anyway, won't we? So, oh, wow, definitely wasn't up. I just from the I don't know, it's because I got on the bike late. I literally got on, started pedaling as it counted down from 3 seconds. But yeah, I was very tired when I woke up. And a lot of riding in the last couple of days is just couldn't get the legs moving. But at the end of the day, it's still ticking up. 22 22 kilometres done, another hour and 13 minutes. So just time, I think, for a day's rest. But we'll catch up with the results. We'll catch up with the results of this afterwards. See you later.
So I had nothing in my legs to compete today, but I got round and I got my points. I'm really quite happy with that. But what it did do is it gave me the chance to watch everybody else over the line. I don't understand Zwift sometimes. Sometimes we go off in separate pens and we can't see each other. This time we all went off at the same time. Sometimes we go off staggered. I don't know what the changes are. I don't know whether it's course specific or what, or whether in the recent update they changed something. So I genuinely don't know. But what was brilliant with that is that I could actually see everybody and see everybody over the line. So yeah, really happy with that. Awesome racing, everyone. Thank you to everybody who's come along to the tour, done all the races, done one of the races, done some of the races. It has been awesome, and I think we'll plan in a couple of others sporadically throughout the year, but maybe time for a few weeks rest from the racing on a Sunday morning. But let's have a look at round number 5 results. So in the BCAT, Petter didn't complete his clean sweep. F came in first in 35 minutes 54 and got the 40 points. Petter did come in second though, 36.01, and B Bishop 36.09, and watching those three guys race it out to the finish line was absolutely awesome to watch. J Matulek came in fourth, N Corbin in 37.20, J Bushell 37.48, C Jupp 38.45, and C Swan 39.39. On to the C-Cat. S Greaves picking up all 30 points in 38.49. Not too far behind C Waring, picking up 29 points. H Sophocleus, 40 minutes, pretty much dead. P Zizou coming in next, then S Pye, J Simpson, J Robinson, C Finlayson in 44.42. A Pimer, P Davies, Seymour, and D Taylor, who just basically had a little bit of a ride around with me at the back. So thanks for the company, Dave. On to the DCAT. G Fatbike wins it, 20 points, 43.08. 43.30 was J Lee, 19 points. D Duncombe came in third, 45.23 for 18 points. N Ruddlesden, and then R Hamilton, G Edmonds, M Tansley, J Dreyer, A Hoogeveen in 47.40. Not too much distance between some of the finishers here in this category. J Kerr 49.03. DC Marks, A Evans, D Connaty, A Benjafield, and then me, nice and slow at the back in 1 hour 13 minutes and 27 seconds. Let's see what that does to the final points table then. So Petter in the BCAT doesn't quite make the 200 points. N Corbin coming in second with 177. John Bushell 175. That was really close to the finish. Second place taken by N Corbin. F as well. Had F come to the first race, that would have been possibly a second place finish, but awesome to see and great racing in the BCAT. On to the CCAT. S Greaves takes it with 148 points in total. C Waring in second, 134, and P Zizou with 132. That definitely came down to the last race today. Just winning that was C Waring on the day. Equal points going into Sunday's race. H Sophocleus coming in 124 points in fourth. On to the DCAT. G Fatbike wins it, 88 points. R Hamilton is second with 75. JJ, you were on the course and you posted it in Facebook afterwards to say that you had your chain snapped. I think you said on the last hill, on the last climb. I didn't see you when I was jumping back. I saw you at some point, but then I didn't see you towards the end. So I don't know where you were on the course in relation to the other riders at the point that your chain snapped. Absolutely gutting, because that probably would have been a second place finish. So what a shame. Still gets third place with DC Marks in 60 points in fourth, just behind. And what's awesome to look at on those results is there's so many people who came along, didn't necessarily do all the races, but either did one or a couple. There are so many names across those three categories, which is awesome, and it just shows how much fun the entire tour has been. So thank you to everybody who came along. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Gonna have a couple of weeks break from doing anything like that with the admin and stuff, but yeah, definitely something we'll do again. And I think maybe something we'll take into account is maybe, for example, if we have another 5-race series, we'll do the 4 best results or something, just so that if someone does miss or have their chain snap, or for whatever reason, you can still finish high up in the list. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. Next week I get to have a lie-in on Sunday, which is awesome, although we do have our anniversary Alp climb on Sunday afternoon at 3 o'clock. The rest of the rides that we do have this week, we've got Thursday night's handicap race. That's where we adjust our weights so that we divide our FTP by 2.5. We use that as our weight in kilograms. Levels of the playing field as much as we can, and often ends in some awesome sprinting towards the line. Sometimes that's one that I can compete towards the front of the race. So that is Thursday night, 6:30 UK time. Saturday morning, we have our banded group ride for an hour. That's 11 o'clock UK time. This week will actually be led by Craig Finlayson, because I can't make it on Saturday morning this week. And then Sunday, already mentioned it, we're climbing up the Alp in a banded group ride. And just to quickly mention, I put up a poll on Facebook about whether we wanted to do that banded or unbanded. The majority of people said they would do it banded, but would also ride an unbanded ride. And I was thinking about it afterwards. I wanted to have a ride to celebrate the year that we've had as 2.5 and how much it's grown over the year. And I just felt that I wanted everybody to be on the road together. I could have done 2 separate rides, but we wouldn't have been able to see each other or communicate, because we were doing different event modules and stuff. So I thought the best way to do it would be banded. It can include everybody can come along then, and then we're all in the same event module. So hopefully everyone agrees with me that I think that's probably the right decision. But if you want to come on any of those rides, the links are all in the description below and how to sign up to those. And hopefully I'll see you there. But that is the end of this video. Sunday we'll go back to more of a vloggy one to catch up on sort of the riding that I've done this week, aside from the race on Sunday. And yeah, I'll see you on the next one. If you have enjoyed it, do hit like and subscribe, and I'll see you Sunday.